TBI, ADHD, PTSD, and Lupus gave me my superpowers. Let's get right into it, y'all. So, it all stemmed from that moment when I was transitioning from being in a deep coma into like a semi-coma. And during this phase, like it felt like I was like transitioned out of like darkness, out of like the emptiness into this boldness. Like, don't you know how you have like a tent, or like when it's foggy out, like you know, like the sky is there, but the fog is preventing you from fully seeing it. And that's kind of like how like I felt, because like I could hear people talking to me and speaking all around me and walking around me, but like I couldn't respond to them. It was like I was like isolated into like my very body, and just like observing and feeling what's going on around me. And that also helped, like now just thinking about it, helping me make a connection of some of the things of like what I was experiencing after like I was able to walk and talk all on my own without being in a wheelchair or a walker. But it used to feel like I was walking. I was like the Walking Dead. I was here, but it was like I was dead on the inside. Like I didn't feel like I belonged. And it just felt weird, because I used to think like when people used to say some things crazy to me, and I used to always ask myself why I didn't say nothing back. And so I'm thinking about if like my journey of learning how to live a comfortable and successful life while being a traumatic brain injury throughout this whole 17 plus year was also like this was preparation for me to like do the work that I am doing. And one of the things that I'm taking away from it is that I had to be in a state of observation, of just like being able to listen without responding, sometimes to fully understand mental health and how to really navigate through it and trauma without all the excess baggage. Because art has literally saved my life. Art was the tool that helped me bring back to, that gave me life, that helped me to live again. Art provided me with the words when I couldn't speak. Art allowed me to freely express myself when I constantly felt like misunderstood, unheard, and unseen to others. And when like I constantly felt like I was like a foreigner, because like one of the things that I experienced, especially like after the 4 months after waking up from that 2-month coma, and I was able to walk and talk all on my own, and like I was like placed again back into society, like where I was placed back into school. I was around like family and strangers that didn't fully understand what is disability, or how do you properly support someone that have a disability that is invisible to like the human eye. And like, cause I got hit back in 2004, and the only words that could describe my disability after I didn't have to use like a walker or a wheelchair anymore was only like hidden disability or invisible disabilities or intellectual disabilities or learning disabilities. And all of those labels made me feel like I was invaluable, like I was invisible, or that the way that like I appear in society or the value that I give to society isn't enough. Cause like I just felt like a foreigner, like the looks that I get from other people, the standoffishness that I receive from other people constantly remind me that I was different. And before I experienced this, I experienced that isolation from others and feeling like a foreigner. Like I had this hunger for life to just get back into the swing of things and be my best self. But the situations, the constant and adversity that I had to go through, like one challenging that I had to go through with getting back to school is that they immediately placed me in LD classes or special ed after I had constantly proved that I'm more than capable of being in regular classes. And then when I was in regular classes in high school and I showed that I was more than capable and I was able to take honor classes my sophomore years and my sophomore year, and the minute that I received like a C, they immediately took me out of honors, and that made me feel less than, and it just constantly feel like people place their limitation or their scarcity thinking on me on what I'm capable of, and that's how how other people's perception of me became my own reality. How I started not valuing myself, thinking that I'm not good enough or the achievement that I'm doing isn't worthy because others don't see the value in it. And this is where I developed like people pleasing skills and just putting other people's needs before my own. And this was like the process of me becoming like a silent rebel, and just like going back of feeling like I was a foreigner and different from other people. I had to be in a state of self-mastery and I had to isolate myself from other people. But on the other hand, like I wanted to be included. So like I used to work on different projects with people, and a lot of times I often felt myself doing most of the bulk of the work, and I used to think like oh, I'm so tired of people leashing off of me. But then I had to learn to have like standards and boundaries, and just being aware of that, like because other people see me as like a foreigner and different and think I'm not capable of much and I'm naive and gullible, and I am very much like an overthinker and extremely cautious because I had to train my brain to remember things to help overcompensate the blackouts and the short-term memory loss that I was dealing with. And so when I'm in these situations and working with people and I'm feeling like I'm being taken advantage of, and that people think like I need them to get ahead so they don't have to put that much effort in. And so like I learned to just be like a silent rebel and just to allow people to think like they getting over on me, because while in that moment I'm working things on the back end to help me maneuver through this situation, because I had to learn the power of bowing out of a situation gracefully, because I have a lot of like anger problems and like a real bad temper, and I had also like found out from me, from like when I get angry, like it really affects my ability to be productive or to do like basic tasks for myself, to take care of myself, to make sure like I'm in like good health and wellness. So like like just learning that's like this this throughout this 17-year journey of learning how to live a comfortable and successful life as a traumatic brain injury survivor has really helped me gain the tools that I need to help me to maneuver through situations and how to like make things work in my favor. And this is like exactly how TBI, ADHD, PTSD, Lupus gave me my superpower of being a shapeshifter. Yes, it made me also see the power of my name and who I am, because I am Safia Aisha Jasi, aka Fire, because I stay bringing that heat, and that's Orta. I am a mental health, trauma, and creative release advocate. And it is my mission to make being black and disabled the new cool, and that is exactly what I am doing through the I Am event series, Disability, Art, Life, and Culture. And I just want to remind you to be kind and gentle to yourself.